Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about Israel-Palestine conflicts, how it all started up to where it is today. So without any further ado, let's start it. The term Palestine was originally a designation of an area of land in southern Canaan which the people known as the Philistines occupied a very small part of. The Philistines are thought to have come to the area toward the end of the Bronze Age and established themselves on the southern coastal plain of Mediterranean Sea in an area afterwards known as Philistia. The Palestine was administered by Islamic prophet Hazrat Daud alayhi wasallam, Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi wasallam, reigned by Israeli, reigned by Assyria, reigned by Babylon, Persian kingdom, Greek kingdom, Roman kingdom, and lastly by the Muslim kingdom for 1100 years. Up until the early 90s, Palestine was part of the Ottoman Empire, a religiously diverse land where Muslims, Christians, and Jews lived alongside each other. Then things began to change, with the Zionist movement in Europe calling for the establishment of an independent Jewish state, ideally in Palestine. The first wave of European Jews started to immigrate by the end of World War One. The Ottoman Empire collapses and Palestine is under British rules. In 1917, British declares its support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine. The number of Jewish settlers grew, fueling tensions between the Arabs and Jews. Dates: Jewish Israel, Arab Palestine, and Jerusalem was under control by UN. Jews accept the UN partition plan and declare the independence as the State of Israel. But neighboring Arab countries object to the land takeover. That's how the Arab-Israeli war begins. Israel is victorious and make a grab for the land intended for the Palestinian state under the UN. The lands get divided into three parts. Jordan occupies the West Bank and East Jerusalem. Egypt occupies Gaza and Israel takes 78% of historic Palestine, including West Jerusalem. As a result, 700,000 Palestinians become refugees, and the day is remembered as Al-Nakba, the catastrophe. It's 1967, the war breaks out between Israel and Arab countries. So as a result, Israel fully occupied Palestine. Then Israelis start to settling in Gaza and West Bank, resulting in an Israeli-Palestine struggle that gives rise to the PLO, Palestinian Liberation Organization. Their main goal to liberate Palestine from Israel by any means necessary. Fighting goes on for years. The PLO eventually accepts dividing the land. But the conflict doesn't end there. More settlers make their way to Israeli occupied Palestinian territories. The international communities makes it illegal. The frustration of the Palestinians leads to an Intifada uprising. As a result, Hamas is born, a political movement determined to fight Israel. The United States PLO and the Israeli signed the Oslo Agreement to split the West Bank into three sections: Area A under full Palestinian control, Area B under joint Palestinian-Israeli control, and Area C under Israeli control. but the solution makes problem. Area C contains the majority of the West Bank's agricultural land, water and minerals. Palestinians have limited access to these. So Palestinians lost hope, resulting in the Second Intifada. And now in 2021, Israel is fighting for the 14 acres land of Palestine. We see the Palestine-Israel conflicts implemented in our life. Share with your friends, and for more content like this, you can subscribe our channel. Thank you.